It's the new Hot 93.3. I'm Scotty. Brett's sitting across from me. You don't know how the story ends, but I went to a haunted house and I accidentally put like a kid's life in danger.
I guess the only thing I do know is you said he's okay. So everything after that, that's my biggest concern. The kid's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens, but I know the kid's okay.
So I want to tell you, I went to this haunted house. I was in Nashville visiting a friend. We went to this haunted house. It wasn't just a haunted house, though. It's like a zombie paintball gun thing. So,
that's cool. I saw that on your Instagram.
You ride on the back of a truck and you shoot these people that are they're actually real people in these whatever they're on armor and stuff. And they run at you, shoot them with paintball guns.
Quote unquote zombies.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But so it's so cool that the lines were really, really long, right? And
interesting.
And we had this thing called like the Slash Pass, which is like a fast pass at Six Flags. You can or Flash Pass. You can go to the shorter line.
Is there multiple ones then? Is what you're saying? Kind of like multiple haunted houses or trails?
Yeah, there was trails. There was a zombie thing. There were houses. It was a whole like area, kind of like you kind of like a lot of places do here too. Cool. But the thing we were in line for. There was the one that wasn't the Slash Pass was like a 2-hour line, so there were people waiting for a really, really long time. And some people started to cut out of line. It was like kind of a family, it looked like. And I could kind of see they were carrying one of the kids. One of the kids had passed out because they were either waiting so long or wasn't eating or dehydrated, whatever, locked his knees, whatever the case may be. So he's kind of awake. They were walking him out of the line and they sat him down right next to us against the wall. We were like, oh my God, are you okay? My girlfriend works in a hospital, so she was like, hey, can I help? And I was holding up a light, and by the time we had gotten closer to him, there was an officer that walked by, a police officer, full tactical gear, the whole thing. The family grabbed the officer, brought him over, and the guy got down there on one knee, and he was checking his pulse. He was doing the whole thing. He had like the flashlight out and shining in his eyes, and he put his finger up and went side to side, said, follow my finger, see my finger, all this stuff. And then he like talked into his radio, but didn't really say anything. I thought that was a little weird. And he was like, hello, and then just left his radio alone. And so I was like, okay, well, we're in line. They're calling us to go next. The cop has got it. There's not much. I could be there for support, but I'm pretty much useless. Otherwise, I'm not a doctor. So I was like, okay, this is cool. It got it taken care of. So we go into this zombie, shoot 'em up place, and they bring you into like a little hut where they give you the rules. And then all of a sudden, to go to the next room to get onto the truck, a guy kicks in the door. Get on the truck! Zombies are coming! It was the cop. That was in tactical gear by the kid. It was an actor the whole time. It wasn't a real cop.
Was the kid? So he was faking when this kid was passed out?
Yeah, the guy was just an actor. I thought he was like a first responder.
Was the kid an actor? Or was this kid?
No. The kid was a real situation.
Oh.
But I was like, oh my God, that's the guy I left the kid that passed out with.
Why would this actor pretend that?
I don't know what. Maybe he panicked and thought. I don't know what he was doing. But the dude kicked in the door, and I was like, oh my God, that's the guy I left the kid with. And you're just an actor in a place where all the other actors were basically middle school kids with like a part-time seasonal job. That's what happened.
That's pretty messed up of the
Isn't that crazy?
Actor cop.
Yeah.
This kid's passed out and he's just flashing his light, joking around.
I don't think he was joking around. I think he was really trying to help, but he wasn't a real first responder. And then he had that walkie-talkie in his shoulder that goes to nobody. Like, maybe he panicked. It's super messed up.
Yeah, that's messed up.
And I felt so bad. Like, I left this kid with an actor at a haunted house.
Well, that's not you. That's not your fault. It's messed up with the kid. That's messed up.
Isn't that crazy that the kid wasn't even a real guy? So now I walked around and I was like looking, and there were actual.
Where was the real people and like managers?
No, there's no one around. It was it's dark, so it's in the forest, so you have to go get people from different places. Eventually, I guess they took care of the kid. The craziest part is when we got on that zombie hayride, next to us was that whole family without the kid. They left the kid too.
What?
It was the weirdest thing. I don't know what was happening.
So they just gave up on the kid?
I think they left him.
They lost one?
I think he's part of the exhibit now. He's just floating in the forest somewhere.
He became a zombie?
Yeah.
What a sad, terrible story.
Dude, wasn't that it was so weird that I left him with an actor. I didn't mean to. But
it's not your fault. I don't know why you keep blaming yourself. It's not your fault. I don't know. You keep saying I did this. Like,
I just thought it wasn't
you.
I just thought it was the craziest thing.
The actor guy.
Dude, he did. He had the flashlight in the eye and everything. He had full tactical gear. That's really that's dangerous. Yeah. So I went. There was like other state troopers and stuff there, and I was like, "Let me see your gun. Let me see if that's real."
Right?
I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. Let me just shoot a couple in the air. Anyway, but the kid was okay from what we understand. The family ditched him, but
do you know if this kid's okay?
I don't know. I assume he's okay. In my story, he's okay. In my version of the story,
all of a sudden we don't see the kid. The family's gone, and we have this actor. I don't know.
Yeah,
I hope he's okay.
I'm sure he's okay. He's probably okay.
Why are you sure? What makes you sure?
He's got to be okay.
Just like you were sure he was a cop.
No, it's my story. He's got to be okay.
Because you got everything right in your story. Like the cop was a cop, and you got that one right.
Figured out the mystery eventually. Okay. Anyway, so if you're dressed up as a cop this Halloween, don't tell somebody that you're not a real cop. Okay. Don't just let somebody come up and ask you for help and be like, yeah, what can I do for you?
They do that in Hocus Pocus. They run up to the cop and he's just acting as a cop.
Yeah, great. See? Exactly. How does that movie end? Good, right?
I don't know. Sanderson sisters do come back from alive, man.
Come on, just say it ends well.
It ends well.
Okay.